Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you how we can use this Autodesk Tinkercad platform to design and build your own Arduino based circuits. All right. Now, Tinkercad is an online platform, all right, that allows you to create a wide range of very cool stuff. All right. So if you don't have an account, please go to tinkercad.com and register first. Now, after you register, okay, when you click on your icon, you can create a new design. All right, it allows you to create 3D models, circuits, and code blocks. We're going to select circuits here. All right, now with circuit selected, all right, what do you have here? Okay, so what you have is on the left hand side a canvas area for you to drag out your components, your building blocks, and then write the code and do the simulation. All right, so let's do this step by step and let's see how we can get this done. All right, so if you scroll down here under components, as you can see under components, you have different categories. Okay, we're just going to go to basic for now. And if you scroll down, you can see that we have the Arduino Uno 3. Okay, we're going to drag it out here. Now, this is the Arduino Uno board that most of us are comfortable and familiar with. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to write a simple program to blink the LED. All right, now there is a LED over here, as you can see, L. All right, and this LED, all right, is internally, all right, connected, okay, connected to pin 13. Okay, internally connected to pin 13 of your Arduino board. All right, so how do we write the code for Arduino? All right, so again, this is just the Tinkercad environment. In other videos, I will also show you the actual development environment with the code running on real hardware. Okay, now over here to do the simulation, you can click on this code editor. Now, when you click on this code editor, what happens is it opens up this section where you can write the code. Now, as you can see from this drop down, there are three options: blocks, blocks plus text, and text. All right. Now, block-based coding is, of course, very good for those who are uh, much younger and who still are not too familiar with actual coding in the sense of writing out lines of code. All right, so with block-based coding, you just think about the logic and you implement that logic by putting blocks together. All right, but here, all right, we're going to go straight into text. So in text, we are going to write up code that is going to run exactly as how it will be in the Arduino platform. Okay, so I'm going to first delete all of this. All right, so you understand how to develop the code from scratch. All right, now Arduino code again is highly abstracted, okay, uh, which is of course one of the main reasons why it's very successful. Right, it allows or it has allowed many makers, hobbyists, creators to put together very amazing and cool stuff with minimal code. All right, so the structure, okay, of the Arduino platform has two main blocks. One is called the setup block, okay, and the other one is called the loop. Okay, so what is setup? Setup is the place where you, as the name suggests, you set up the hardware before the code actually starts to manipulate the hardware. All right, now when you talk about an LED, all right, LED is just basically a two-pin device that allows current to pass through. All right, and as current passes through, okay, again, there are, of course, from the electrical or electronics perspective, you need to talk about the current limiting resistor and so on. But we put all that aside for now, and we just say that when current is passing through the LED will light up. All right. So when current is passing through the LED, that current must come from somewhere, correct? Okay. So of course, current flows when the circuit is connected to a voltage source. All right. So in our case, that voltage source is actually the pin, and the pin that is going to be used to connect the LED to the board. Okay. Now, in our case, we are using a built-in LED, correct? Like I said, this L over here, which is internally connected to pin 13. All right. In another video, of course, I'll show you the actual setup with a breadboard as well. All right. So for now, what we need to do is, since the pin itself is driving this LED, that means it's providing the current for the LED, I need to configure this pin as output. All right. What is output? Output means from the microcontroller is going out. Okay, it's going out. So in this case, we want to configure it as an output. And to do that, we have a function called pin mode. Okay, now when we write pin mode, all right, now again, this is in a sense C language, though we say it is C++ in a sense, but the syntax of how we normally write most Arduino code is standard C. All right, which means that when you write functions or when you call a function, you have to end with a semicolon. Okay, so pin mode is a function given by the Arduino platform itself, and the objective of pin mode is to just configure any particular pin as input or output. All right, so there's two things you need to provide over here. Firstly is the pin number, all right, and the configuration, whether you want it to be input or output. Now in this case, we are using the built-in LED. All right, so Arduino already has provided a name for it called the LED built-in. Okay, LED built-in, and this refers to the LED that is already internally connected to the board. All right, and we want to configure this as an output. All right, so that is the first step. You want to tell the system that during the setup, this particular pin called LED built-in is going to behave as an output. All right, now again, what is output? Output means it has the ability to drive current to some part of the circuit. All right, and as I said earlier, current comes from a voltage. Okay, which means that if I want my LED to light up, I must provide a high voltage. Okay, a high voltage. Now, how do I configure my pin, all right, to produce a high voltage? Okay, now if I just leave the code as it is, all right, and I just run, okay, I just running it now. So I just clicked on start simulation. Okay, so now it is running. Do we see any effect on the LED? No, nothing is happening. Okay, the LED is not lighted up. Why? Because all I have done is I have told the Arduino board that I want to set this pin 13 as an output, but I have not given it a high voltage. When the voltage is high, means I can now provide a current to the circuit that is connected to that pin. Okay, so what I need to do now is to first stop the simulation, and now let's do what we just said. We want to make sure that there is a current coming out of pin 13 which can drive the LED. Correct. So what I need to do is I need to say digital write, again LED built in as high. Now when I do this, what am I saying? I'm saying that I want to put a high voltage to pin 13. Okay, to pin 13. All right, now if I start the simulation, okay, you can see that the LED has now light it up. Okay, and this LED has now lighted up. All right, if I stop simulation, now the LED is off. All right, so this gives you the idea of what we mean by first setting a pin as output and secondly driving it high. All right, now as a very simple exercise, how do I make it blink? To make it blink, of course, I need to constantly switch between high and low. All right, so let's try that here. Okay, so I'm going to copy the code and I'm going to say high and then low. All right, now just to elaborate an important thing, the setup code, this setup code only runs once. Okay, only runs once, the very first time the program is loaded and starts executing. Subsequently, it is whatever that is written here in the loop that keeps repeating itself. All right, so this loop has now two lines of code, which is high, low. Okay, so these two lines of code will continuously repeat itself. Now, if I now run the simulation, okay, what do you see? You see that the LED is always on. It doesn't seem to go off at all. All right, and the reason for that, okay, is because the microcontroller is executing at a very, very fast pace. Okay, microseconds. Okay, microseconds to execute. Okay, or nanoseconds to execute your lines of code depending on the type of processor you have, the clock speed, and so on. Okay, so it is extremely fast. So even though I have high and low, okay, because the code is running so fast, you are not able to actually see the LED blinking. All right, so what do we need to do? We need to add in some delay. Okay, again, because Arduino has a high level of abstraction, it is easy to write all these kind of functions. So to add a delay, all you need to do is say delay, okay, and put in 100, okay, or 1,000 maybe. Okay, so this number is in milliseconds. So 1,000 milliseconds is equivalent to 1 second. Okay, so now when I do this, what am I telling the microcontroller to do? I'm saying that first switch it on, wait for 1 second, then switch it off, then wait for 1 second, and then keep repeating itself. Okay, so now when we start the simulation, okay, you can see that the LED is blinking 1 second on, 1 second off. Okay, if I want to make it faster, I can just put it to half a second. All right, so you can see that this platform is of course very, very good, very useful for you to quickly write some code and see how it works on the board with some hardware before you do the actual prototyping with the physical components. All right, this is just the introduction, and in subsequent videos we'll explore more both with Tinkercad and the actual hardware itself. All right, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye.